is my pleasure to welcome all our esteemed guests to this ceremony, the third convocation ceremony of the Adekunle Ajasin University. And I would like to announce that all our guests and graduates should be seated. We want everybody to be seated as the event is about to commence.
Adekunle Ajasin University Law of 1982, as amended in 1999 and 2007, empowers the university to grant degrees, diplomas, certificates, and other distinctions, as well as to award medals, prizes, and other titles. It also provides that the Chancellor shall, in relation to the university, take precedence over all other members of the university, and when he is present, shall preside as all meetings of convocation held for conferring degrees in his absence. The Vice Chancellor shall preside as chairman of convocation. I therefore humbly invite the Chancellor, His Royal Highness Oba Dr. Badibo Bajawa, the Rebuja of Osoro Land, Okusikupa, to constitute this assembly as a convocation of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, for the conferment of first degrees, conferment of higher degrees, and presentation of prizes. The Chancellor, sir.
I hereby constitute this assembly as convocation of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, for purposes of conferment of first degrees, conferment of higher degrees, and presentation of prizes.
I now call upon the acting Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council to deliver his welcome address.
This is a welcome address delivered by Barrister Dan Wanyanwu, MNI, the Otun Atulusha of Ondo Kingdom, the Acting Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, on the occasion of the third convocation ceremony of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, Ondo State, on the 11th of March, 2011. The visitor to the university and Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Rahman Olusegun, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Alhaji Olanusi, the Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, the Chief Judge of Ondo State, members of the State Executive Council, members of Ondo State House of Assembly, the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, distinguished council members, Chairman of boards and parastatals, Chairman of local governments, our Royal Highnesses, invited guests, distinguished graduates, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of the Governing Council of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba, welcome the visitor of Ondo State, Dr. Rahman Olusegun, and his entourage to the convocation ceremony of Adekunle Ajasin University. I appreciate Mr. Governor for finding time out of his very tight schedule to attend this ceremony. Kindly permit me to also welcome our distinguished guests for honoring our invitation to attend this ceremony. This is the third convocation ceremony of the university, but the first during the tenure of the incumbent council. On behalf of the governing council, I wish to thank the visitor for the confidence reposed in us. At this juncture, let me congratulate the visitor, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, on his second year in office, which incidentally coincides with our convocation ceremony. No doubt whatsoever that the governor will continue during the remaining part of his tenure to support our university. We are indeed aware of the enormous task before us to revamp this university from the state of utter neglect it was subjected to over the years, and have been striving to fast-track development in the university with the ever-ready support of the visitor and his team. The Governing Council will continue to be proactive and focused. It is our dream to transform the university and leave it better than we met it. Our prime focus is to make it a second to none in the part of the globe and comparable to any other top-rated university in any part of the world. Permit me to commend the visitor for his support to this university.
Let me mention particularly the prompt release of funds to procure materials, equipment, and facilities needed to facilitate accreditation of courses by the National Universities Commission. I am happy and proud to inform you, Mr. Governor and Visitor, that all the 21 courses presented for accreditation was accredited. This may look so easy, but it is not, because some other universities could not achieve this feat. On this note, I commend the effort of the Vice Chancellor and his team for their doggedness in ensuring that the university was adequately prepared for accreditation exercise. The welfare of staff has been given prompt attention. Realizing the fact that an organization's human resources is vital to its success, I wish to place on record that our university is one of the few state universities in Nigeria which have been able to implement the new salary package for university staff based on the federal government agreement with the unions. Again, this feat was achieved through the support of the Ondo State government, under the leadership of amiable, unassuming, responsible, responsive, and benevolent government. On physical infrastructure, many projects have either been completed or ongoing. These include Gymnasium Phase 1, lawn tennis courts, basketball courts, guest house, Vice Chancellor's Lodge, fencing of the University Phase 3, electrification of the campus Phase 2, and construction of campus road networks, which was flagged off by the Governor in April 2010. A lot of other projects will commence as soon as the processes for execution are completed. This includes the construction of the Senate building of 5 floors, which has been approved by the visitor. The building, when completed, will be the most imposing single structure, not only within the campus, but in Ondo State. This effort is to make the university environment conducive to teaching, learning, and service. Permit me to say at this juncture, the visitor, Mr. Governor, that the way forward for stakeholders is to cooperate to build a university of our dream. This can only be achieved in an atmosphere of peace, which can foster effective planning. I urge staff and students of this great citadel of learning to embrace dialogue in resolving issues. Let us endeavor to put in our best at all times to achieve the mission and vision of our university. We should cooperate in order to sustain the current fast pace of development in our university. Our drive for excellence must not be compromised or distracted, so that we can jointly lift the university to the next level. Permit me to congratulate the graduates and their parents on the achievement being witnessed today. This is just the beginning. Please endeavor to be good ambassadors of Adekunle Ajasin University. You should have good role models if you want to succeed in life. At every point, you have to be careful in taking decisions and strive not to be envious of your fellow man. let me express my profound appreciation to the people of our Akoko community for the peace in the community. For without peace, the university will not be in session. I also thank the staff unions on campus for their maturity, ditto the students for responsible behavior and for sustaining peace on our campus. I also thank the university management for its efforts in organizing this convocation ceremony. Mr. Visitor, sir, I heartily welcome you and say thank you for your physical presence at this ceremony. Thank you very much.
Address by the Chancellor, His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Gbadebo Badiwa, the Rebel and Paramount ruler of Oshorola, on the occasion of the third convocation ceremony of the Adekunle Ajasin University of Akoko, Ondo State. The visitor to the university, the Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Rahman Olusegun Mimiko. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Alhaji Ali Olanusi, the Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, the Chief Judge of Ondo State, members of the State Executive Council, members of the Ondo State House of Assembly, the Acting Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, the Vice Chancellor, the Chairman of Labour Party, the single largest political party in Africa, Chairman of boards and parastatals, Chairman of local governments, our revered Royal Father, invited guests, distinguished gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the third convocation of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akoko in Ondo State. I am absolutely excited to be here today, delivering my second convocation remarks as the Chancellor of our outstanding university. Being Chancellor of the university is an honor and a privilege, and it is a trust that I consider seriously. This is a university where the next generation of leaders is born and where students can achieve their dreams of fulfillment, self-reliance, and creative productivity with the mindset to develop the nation and participate competitively in the global economy and good governance. The general assessment of the university in the most recent times showcases 100% academic program accreditation by NUC, merit-based admission and appointment policy, and many new renovated buildings, 10-kilometer road network, and attractive landmarks that grace this academic monument of our time. This position has made us to be a modern university to be ended. These achievements are significant and impressive initiatives of the visionary leadership of both the state and the university administration. Today, you are part of the transformation, making AAUA a great place where great people make great things happen, and everyone can succeed. I therefore congratulate all the graduates, students, parents, alumni, lecturers, and administrative staff, friends, senate, and management of the university, especially the Vice Chancellor, Professor Femi Bimeko, on this great and honorable occasion. You have been part of the university exciting evolution, and you will continue to be a part of our extraordinary future. In general terms, this university is experiencing a time of new beginning with committed energy, passion, imagination, and determination to make Adekunle Ajasin University one of the nation's best higher institutions. I therefore challenge all the institutions' stakeholders to take the advantage of these new opportunities and efforts of the exemplary leadership in providing enriching academic programs and facilitate to explore and expand educational opportunities for the state and fuel economic development at all levels. Let me highlight some important areas that the university has created unprecedented landmarks, setting the strategic planning process that will set the stage for who we are and what we will accomplish in some years ahead as a social institution with responsibility to the public we serve as well as for individuals. You are therefore ambassadors, honorable representatives of your academic constituency, AUA. Please shine your learning and good character at all times and in all places. Once again, thank you and God bless.
I now call upon the Vice Chancellor to address the convocation. The Vice Chancellor.
The visitor to the university, a Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Speaker of the Ondo State House of Assembly, the Chief Judge of Ondo State, members of the State Executive Council, members of the Ondo State House of Assembly, the Chancellor, Your Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Badebo Bajowa, the Rebuja, a paramount ruler of Oshoro land, the Pro-Chancellor, Barrister Chief Dan Huayong, the Attorney of Ondo Kingdom, distinguished council members, colleagues, Vice Chancellors, and their representatives, those who are here today and those who were with us on the first 2 days of this convocation ceremony, chairmen of boards and parastatals, chairmen of local governments, our Royal Highnesses, invited guests, distinguished graduates, gentlemen and women of the press, students of Adekunle Ajasin University, ladies and gentlemen. I most heartily welcome everyone to the third convocation ceremony of Adekunle Ajasin University. Conventionally, the Vice Chancellor's convocation address is an exposition on the state of the university in the period since the last convocation. This address is positioned as such. I therefore shall be speaking on our aspirations as an academic community, our attainments and the challenges we face in the 12-year history of the university in general and in the period since the last convocation in particular. Recall, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that by bill of the Ondo State House of Assembly signed into law on November 5, 1999 by Governor Adebayo Adefarati, Ondo State University relocated to Aaua. The name changed later in 2004 to Adekunle Ajasin University in honor of the late governor of the old Ondo State who had established the university way back in 1982. 12 years on in Aaua, AUA now has a little above 10,000 full-time students, and as of January 2011, a total of 1,182 staff, made up of 257 academics, 278 senior academic support staff, and 647 junior academic support staff. There are 27 full professors in all. The vision set for the university by its founding fathers remains very current even today, as it was 12 years ago. It is to be a foremost university that moves manpower development in the direction of self-apprenticeship, a first-class university in research, knowledge, character, and service to humanity. Complementing this is the mission to provide knowledge and skills for self-reliance in a conducive environment where teaching, learning, and research can take place. Today, Adekunle Ajasin University has 5 faculties: arts, education, law, science, social and management sciences, and 29 departments, superintending some 54 degree programs. In the August-September 2010 mop-up accreditation exercise conducted by the NUC, as we have been told, Adekunle Ajasin University had what effectively amounted to 100%, having had all of its programs presented accredited. The implication of this, Mr. Governor, is that there is no single academic program in this university today that is not accredited. Let me just add that the Executive Secretary of the NUC was to be here today with us as a mark of respect unto our university. But at the last meeting, he had to be in Abakaliki relation in connection with the new 6 federal universities that were just proclaimed. Complementing the previously existing programs are the following academic support units: Center for Diploma and Pre-Degree Studies, Center for Space, Energy and Environmental Research, Center for Entrepreneurship Development, Center for Research and Development, Institute of Education, Students Industrial Work Experience Unit, Institute of Part-Time Programs, General Studies Unit, and a linkage office. Last year, we added 4 new centers and institutes directed at crystallizing some critical aspects of our core mandate. We now have, in addition to what I had announced, Leadership Institute for Public Policy and Sustainable Development, the Women's Studies and Development Center, the Ajasin University Theater that produced the Convocation play that we all were here to enjoy 2 days ago, and the University Advancement Office. We have set a definitive mandate for ourselves working through these organs. It is the continuous deepening of the integrity of our academic programs. For us, building the right integrity quotient for our programs commences with an appropriate admission policy. With us have insisted that admission into our university must be wholly merit-driven. Continuous review and repositioning of our curricula has also become a critical desideratum. We pay more than casual attention to the quality of instructions our students receive, how regular, and where they receive such. We constantly seek to improve on the quality of proctoring of examinations and the administration of results. We seek full and imaginative deployment of ICT tools to enhance the overall quality of our operations and boost research, teaching, and learning. Way back in mid-2010, our Information and Communication Technology Application Center, ICTAC, deployed the Wi-Fi wireless network that broke our signal over a 3-kilometer radius, thus facilitating unimpeded access to the internet for everybody, anywhere, at any time on our campus. In all of this, we are determined to create in our own little space an example of a public institution that not only works fine, but works distinctly as a university. A return, as it were, to the original path of intellectualism and commitment to convention and tradition broadly defined as university culture. Here at Adekunle Ajasin University, we are entirely persuaded that the concept university is too sacrosanct, too sacred to admit of some of the evident lapses that have come to define the university system in today's Nigeria. The response to these initiatives has been tremendous. Our graduates not only continue to do well in the industry and the labor market generally, but our students have continued to demonstrate flashes of excellence. Last year, one of our graduates, Mrs. Grace Ige, won the Best World Teacher Award in the United Kingdom. A banking and finance graduate, Ms. Bukola Akintade, came first nationally in the April 2009 diet of the Chartered Institute of Bankers exam in Nigeria. She has just now been appointed an assistant lecturer in her former department. The AU chapter of Students in Free Enterprise, SIVE, received 5 awards at the 2010 SIVE National Competition in Abuja. A student of this place who is graduating, but is not convocating this year, but next year, from Educational Management, was voted the best debater in Ondo State, and number 3 nationally in 2010. And earlier this year, 3 out of 4 AAUA students that participated in the National Mathematical Center, Abuja, organized national competition on mathematics, won awards, and they came up as number 6 in the whole lot of universities in Nigeria that participated. Another graduate who is here today, Oladeji Olusheye, was voted the best youth corper in the whole of Dexter State this last service year. What is more, our staff school, where our children go, came out first out of 74 schools in Ondo State in 2010 competition organized by Macmillan. Staff development. The university in the 2009-2010 session improved substantially its fund allocation to staff development from 14.3 million in the year 2009 budget to 75.5 million under the 2010 budget. It also benefited from the ETF's 60 million allocation to staff development in the same year. All of these made it possible for us, beginning from 2010, to provide for all our academics to attend at least one international conference and one local conference every year. Our graduate fellowship scheme, instituted in 2005-2006, continues to serve us well. Under it, graduates of the university who make a CGPA of 14 points and above are retained as graduate fellows. They are put through master's and PhD programs in any university of their choice around the world, and when they earn their degree, they are appointed as lecturers. As we speak, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, more than 25 of such junior academics and other categories are currently on postgraduate training abroad. Several others are spread all over the country in sister universities training for the PhD program. The university is not only responsible for their tuition fees, it also generously supports their research. Attendance at training and other capacity building workshops by our academic support staff, both senior and junior, received generous funding support in the past year. When necessary, some trainings were conducted in situ for categories of staff. Research. Research is a core component of our mandate as a university. It is for this reason that we eagerly commit funds to the exercise. Virtually every academic staff at any point in time undertakes one form of research or the other. Indeed, one of our staff, Aaua Ololade, a PhD of the Department of Chemistry and Industrial Chemistry, has just returned from a one-year stint at the Chinese Institute of Aquatic Chemistry and Ecotoxicology, Chinese Academy of Science, Beijing, China, where he did a pioneering research on influence of sediment components on sorption of PFOS under anaerobic condition, acclaimed to be the very first of its kind in the whole continent of Africa. To further underscore the centrality of research, we mounted a science exhibition as part of this year's convocation ceremonies to showcase some of the efforts of our staff in this regard. Staff welfare. The commitment of the university to workers' welfare is evidenced by the quick adoption for implementation since April 2010 of the salary component of the 2009 FGN Unions Agreement. The staff unions and the administration are fully engaged to iron out what exists as rough edges in the implementation of this package. In addition, we have continued to sustain sundry loan schemes for workers on housing, furniture, and vehicle, which have been administered for years. We intend in the new year to expand the resource base of these schemes for greater effectiveness. Student support services. In its determination to make the learning environment more conducive to our students, the university continues to strengthen its counseling capability. It has also in place the Vice Chancellor Students Forum, the work-study scheme under which our students register to work on campus 2 hours a day, and they are paid twice a month just to enable them to keep body and soul together and to teach the culture that hard work pays. We also have the campus bus shuttle initiative ongoing. As well, hostels and recreational facilities continue to be upgraded. Sports continue to enjoy a pride of place and are robustly supported, positioned as a character and leadership development platform for students of this university by the administration. Physical projects. There has been a marked expansion in our physical and infrastructural landscape. Several building projects were delivered at the close of 2009 and in 2010. In addition, work is nearing completion on a 32-room university guest house, a gymnasium, and the University Vice Chancellor's Lodge, among others. Work is also ongoing on the university's 10-kilometer asphalt overlaid road project, designed to open up the university's 820 hectares of land. More than 10 other building projects are built to take off this year, including, as the Pro-Chancellor mentioned, the 5-story Senate building. The university community is also positive that work will resume very soon on the 2 state governments building projects meant to serve as faculties of science and arts education. Partnership and networking. In its continuous effort to foster academic exchange and linkage with sister institutions in Nigeria and abroad, AUA interacted broadly with sundry agencies and institutions in the past year. It signed a memorandum of understanding with University Putra, Malaysia, the second largest university in Malaysia, in May 2010 on academic exchange, the details of which we are currently working at on both sides. In the same year, the university won the British Council Prime Minister's grant to develop a special program on language documentation and anthropological linguistics in partnership with the School of Oriental Studies in London and one other university in Nigeria. An oil and gas company, Seismic Microtechnology Incorporated, based in Houston, Texas, also donated to the university the Kingdom software worth some $414,000 for the exclusive use of our Department of Geology and Geophysics. Success factors. It is apposite, our most distinguished guest, to let you in on what constitutes our success factors in all of this. Undoubtedly, since the present administration in Ondo State came into office, February 2009, AUA has enjoyed marked improvement in its funding profile. As I have often noted, what our proprietor, the Ondo State government, approved for us last year on capital expenditure alone was much more than what we received for the same purpose in all of 10 years combined, ending in one fell swoop history for us as Arrested Development. Mr. Visitor, I'd like to thank you most profoundly on behalf of this community. The support you have given to us as a university is unequaled. We just pray that you will continue to do so in the years to come. Small wonder then that several physical projects were either completed in the past 2 years or are waiting to be delivered. Our laboratories and academic departments were equipped with needed materials and chemicals purchased from a special vote afforded the university on accreditation by the state government. The recruitment of additional experienced academic staff for the academic departments and some top-flight professionals in the administration and services has helped to boost the quality of teaching, research, and general operations in the university. There was also a marked improvement in our efforts at complementing government funding through enhanced IGR, internally generated revenue. There is a renewed commitment on our part to still move in year 2011 beyond the 30% of recurrent budget which we generated last year. And this, not by mere multiplication of student intake into our non-full-time equivalent programs. Rather, we are incorporating the business arm of the university this year with a view to harnessing all business opportunities before us, consulting inclusive, and in a manner not in any way negatively affecting our core mandate. Where are we headed? Adekunle Ajasi University is one institution that is in a hurry to develop. We are committed to delivering a 21st century university properly called. A university whose graduates are globally competitive, one built on the sanctity and the sacredness of university, cosmopolitan in its outlook, entirely professional in its operations, and socially committed in its deeds. We seek a university that predicates its entire operations on established age-long ethos, traditions, conventions, and culture of the university system. It is in pursuit of this that early this year, we had a university-wide workshop on understanding the system and culture of university. We have pursued this vision with vigor since our last convocation some 2.5 years ago. We're determined to continue to move in this direction in the years ahead. And with the type of support we have continued to enjoy from the visitor and the Ondo State government, we do not have any doubt in our mind whatsoever that we shall have fully attained this distinctive goal of ours before the end of this decade. Let me crave your indulgence, our most distinguished visitor, your excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to humbly inform that we can still admit of more lecture theaters here in Adekunle Ajayi University. We still need more laboratories, students' hostels, office blocks, parking lots, endowment of professorial chairs, prizes for students, academic linkages and collaboration, contacts, and the bottom line of it all, we can still admit of more funds. I'd like to announce that in relation to prizes, we're having a response that is quite heartwarming. As I speak to you, we have at least 3 offers to institute prizes for our students that are outstanding in the different programs. There is a prize that is going to be instituted or is being instituted by His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Yusuf Adebori Adeleye Yolubaka of Okaland, which is going to be awarded starting from next year. Her Excellency Mrs. Adetutu Adefarati has also indicated her desire to also institute an award in memory of her late husband that is going to be also awarded from next year. Our convocation lecturer, our most distinguished Dr. Wale Babalakin, SANFOR, was here 2 days ago to speak on funding of higher education. And at the end of the exercise, as is usual, we presented a honorarium which he politely rejected and said we should turn it into an award for the best law graduate of the university. Again, implementation will commence from next year. We envisage, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that later in the year, we shall be setting up an Ajah University Endowment Fund, to which we shall be inviting all of you here present to come once again and demonstrate your palpable desire to be a part of our history. I now talk about graduation figures. In this year's convocation, 6,688 graduates shall be taking first and postgraduate degrees, including 5 PhDs. Out of the group taking the first degree, 17 are in the first class category. 931 in the second class upper group, 4,345 in second class lower group, 828 in third class, and 50 in the pass category. This year's convocation is unique. It's unique in a number of ways. It is of a broader scope, presenting a record figure of graduates and taking place in a new look, more beautiful, greener, and more inviting campus. As well, new features and programs were added, making the ceremonies this year quite a groundbreaker of some sort. Apart from the public presentation of our new website, new logo, and the Wi-Fi wireless network, we also found a place for an exhibition and poster presentations. This is the pattern we intend to sustain with future convocation ceremonies. Let me also add, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that there is a webcast coverage of this event that enables anyone to log onto the internet and watch what we are doing now live on the Facebook, on your iPad, or any of your smartphones. It is also my great delight and joy to announce that the certificates of all graduates of today are ready to be picked up as soon as we complete this exercise. I cannot end this speech without putting on record, in a formal sense, the university community's deep appreciation to our governor, the governor of Ondo State and visitor to Adekunle Ajayi University, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, and his cabinet for their support, which has been so evident. Needless to add that we look forward to a more robust partnership in the years ahead, and in all areas, including but not limited to greater patronage in consultancy services, which your university is now, more than ever before, primed to provide to your government. I also thank our most distinguished Chancellor, His Royal Majesty, Dr. Oba Gbadebo Bajowa, the Rebuja of Oshoroland, whose royal presence has added much value to us as a university. Permit me, Mr. Governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to also formally thank the Acting Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Barrister Chief Dan Wanyawun, MNI, the Tuatulushe of Ondo Kingdom, and indeed the entire membership of Council for the support they have all given to us since they came on board July 2009. Our Council has been distinctively proactive, professional, and quite supportive of the university administration's initiatives. On behalf of the university, I thank the visitor for empaneling such a distinguished team to serve as counsel. I thank our invited guests, our host community, and friends of the university. I congratulate the graduates who, in the opinion of Senate, have demonstrated good knowledge and character and are indeed worthy of the most esteemed degrees and diplomas of this university. I enjoin you, distinguished graduates, to maintain your link with your university by going on immediately to www.adekunleajashuniversity.edu.ng to register with the Alumni Association, which is going to be formally presented to you later this year. I congratulate the parents and guardians of the graduates, including staff of Adekunle Ajasi University, who stood within local parentis to these graduates during the period of their studentship here. I thank everybody for being a part of our world at this third convocation of Adekunle Ajasi University. Thank you and God bless.
Call upon the Dean, Faculty of Arts, to present the candidates who have satisfied the requirement of the Senate and regulations of Adekunle Ajashi University, Akungba Akoko, and who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the first degree of the university. The Dean.
All candidates for the award of first degree in the Faculty of Arts for the 2007-2008, 2008-2009 academic sessions should stand and remain standing. The Chancellor, in the name of the Faculty of Arts and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons whose names appear on pages 100 to 106 and 124 to 127 of this brochure, and who have successfully completed their degree programs in the university. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the conferment of the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and to recognize in particular the first-class graduate, Ibikunle Abiodun Samuel.
I confer on you all and severally the degree of the Bachelor of Arts of Adekunle Ajasi University, Akungba Akoko. Congratulations.
The Chancellor, the candidate who scored first class, who made the first class, will come around and have a handshake with the visitor. Thereafter, all the other graduates will step forward and have a handshake with the Chancellor. Thank you. The first class candidate, please come over and have a handshake with the governor. Chancellor, permit me to invite the graduates who have just been conferred with their first degree to come forward and have
Ọlọ́run àgbáyé Ọlọ́run àgbáyé, ìwọ nìkan ni ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi. Ìwọ nìkan ni ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi. Bàbá Olúwa. Mo tó ti pọ̀lẹ́ àná. A ní yóò mìíràn gbà ó. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe é bí kì í ṣe wọ́n. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe é bí kì í ṣe wọ́n. Tí máa tún lọ múra kùtùkùtù máa dorí nínú rẹ̀. Mo ṣe oríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo ṣe oríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo dúpẹ́ o. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé.
I now call upon the Dean, Faculty of Law, to present his candidate who has satisfied the requirements of the Senate and regulations of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, and who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the first degree of the university, the Dean of Law.
The Chancellor, in the name of the Faculty of Law and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons whose names appear on pages 108 and 128 of this brochure, who completed a degree program, and those who, for good cause, are unavoidably absent, and for whom I stand prosy, who have been found worthy, both in character, in learning, conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Law. Please remain standing.
I confer on you all and severally the degree of the Bachelor of Law of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko. Congratulations.
The graduates of the Faculty of Law are around, and they just come around, Mr. Chancellor, that they have a handshake with you. The Chancellor, I now call upon the Dean, Faculty of Science, to present his candidate who has satisfied the requirement of the Senate and regulations of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, and who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to the first degree of the university, the Dean of Science.
The Chancellor, all candidates for the award of first degree in the Faculty of Science for the 2007, 2008, and 2008-2009 academic sessions should stand and remain standing. The Chancellor, sir, in the name of the Faculty of Science and by the authority of the Senate of this university, I have the honor to present to you these persons whose names appear on pages 109 to 115 and 128 to 135 of this brochure, and who have successfully completed their degree programs in the university. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the conferment of the degrees of Bachelor of Science, and to recognize, in particular, the first-class graduates. 1. Adeyelu Tolutope Tosin. 2. Ogunwa Tomisin Happy. 3. Oloye Femi Francis. 4. Fasimoyi Rotimi Yemi. 5. Bello Marcus Oluyemi. 7. Iyare Rachel Nkemi. And 8. Iyapo Kamoru Olarewaju. Thank you.
Chancellor, please permit me to invite those that have just been called who made first class in the Faculty of Science to have a handshake with the visitor. The Chancellor, please award the degree.
I confer on you all and severally the degree of Bachelor of Science of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko. Congratulations.
The Chancellor, please permit me once more to invite the graduates from the Faculty of Science to have a handshake with the Chancellor. Thank you.
ìdáná ìrántí ìlérí tí kò ní pẹ́ ìlérí tó tètè ń já sayọ̀ ọlọ́run là wá fẹ́ ìgbàgbọ́ mi di ìrọ̀mọ́ kí bàbá gbọ́ tèmi ìdáná ìrántí ìlérí tí kò ní pẹ́ ìlérí tó tètè ń já sayọ̀ ọlọ́run là wá fẹ́ ìgbàgbọ́ mi di ìrọ̀mọ́ bàbá gbọ́ tèmi. Ìgbàgbọ́ ìrètí ìlérí tí kò ní gbadé ìlérí tètè tí ń já sayọ̀ ọlọ́run là wá fẹ́ ìgbàgbọ́ mi di ọmọ bí bàbá gbà tèmi ìgbàgbọ́ ìrètí ìlérí tí kò ní pẹ́ ìlérí tètè tí ń já sayọ̀ ọlọ́run lè ní fẹ́ ìgbàgbọ́ wà di ọmọ bàbá gbà tèmi. Jíjí tí mo jí mo ríre mo jí lówùúrọ̀ mo ríre jíjí tí mo jí mo ríre òun ló ń gbèjì mo ríre èrè owó èrè ọmọ àlàáfíà.
I now call upon the Dean, Faculty of Social and Management Sciences, to present his candidates who have satisfied the requirement of the Senate and regulation of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, and who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the first degree of the university, the Dean, Faculty of Social and Management Sciences.
Hello.
Chancellor, sir. All candidates for the award of first degrees in the Faculty of Social and Management Sciences for the year 2007, 2008, and year 2007, 2008, and 2009 academic sessions to stand and remain standing. In the name of the Faculty of Social and Management Sciences and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons whose names appear on pages 116 to 123 and 136 to 143 of this brochure, and who have successfully completed their degrees in the university. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the conferment of the degrees of Bachelor of Science, and to recognize in particular the first class graduates. 1, Jayola Olakunle. 2, Edun Adebisi. 3, Bakari Olukayode Dauda. 4, Adetula Adeyemi, and Ayolu Damilowo.
Of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko. Congratulations.
Chancellor, permit me to invite those who made first class from the Faculty of Social and Management Sciences to come forward and have a handshake with the visitor.
Adi. Ó ṣètò lójú àdúrà tì mí. Ó ṣètò lójú àdúrà tì mí. Ó ṣètò lójú àdúrà tì mí.
The Chancellor, I'd like to request again that the graduates from the Faculty of Social and Management Sciences to move forward to have a handshake with the Chancellor.
Ó ṣètò lójú àdúrà tì mí. Ó ṣètò lójú àdúrà tì mí. Ó ṣètò lójú àdúrà tì mí bàbá. Ó ṣètò lójú àdúrà tì mí. Bàbá ló ní kí n máa máa jáwé. Bàbá ló ní kí n máa máa wágbó torí tó lójú àdúrà tì mí. Ó ṣé bàbá Ọlọ́run jàre, ó ṣé bàbá. Ó ṣé bàbá, ó ṣé bàbá. Mo fi yín fún ọ mẹ́ta lọ́kọ́ta tó wà ó ṣé bàbá. Mo fi yín fún ọ mẹ́ta lọ́kọ́ta tó wà ó ṣé bàbá. Ó ṣé bàbá Ọlọ́run jàre, ó ṣé bàbá. Ó ṣé bàbá, ó ṣé. Mo fi yín fún ọ mẹ́ta lọ́kọ́ta tó wà ó ṣé bàbá. Mo fi yín fún ọ mẹ́ta lọ́kọ́ta tó wà ó ṣé bàbá. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba alálẹ̀ pátápátá ni mo kú ẹkú kálẹ̀. kábíyèsí lẹ̀ pátápátá nínú kí ẹkú kálẹ̀. mo kí lójú ìtàkùrẹ́ ilé yín. gbogbo yín pátápátá la kí. ọba lásán ọba tí sọ́mi ẹnu. àkọ́rẹ́ ló ń méjì ọgbọ̀n jòjì lálá kábíyèsí náà ẹsẹ̀ máa ń lóhùn lẹ́nu mi. ọba tún. ọlọ́lọ́ ní tèmi ẹ̀yàn fẹ́ ọmọ mímí kò sálọ máa pè lójoojúmọ́ ó ti mú wa gbàgbé gbogbo rẹ̀ sẹ́yìn ìbá máa tẹ ìgbà kan. ti mú wa gbàgbé gbogbo mímí kò ìbáná jẹ gbàgbọ́. gómìnà ní àṣewẹ́rẹ́ ní sọ́lọ́wà wẹ́rẹ́ ní ọba tí mo pèsè. olùṣègùn àṣewẹ́rẹ́ ní sọ́lọ́wà olùṣègùn mi kò ní ẹnu rẹ̀ ọba tí mo pèsè oúnjẹ. Onígan lọ́ba láyé yìí, onígan lọ́ba tí mo mọ̀. Onígan lọ́ba láyé yìí, onígan lọ́ba tí mo mọ̀. Máa jọba lọ Olúwa, máa jọba lọ Olúwa, máa jọba lọ Olúwa, máa jọba lọ Olúwa. Ọba tá kò lè rọ̀ lóyè, alágbára tá kò lè ṣẹ́gun. Ìjọba rẹ̀ jù mọ́ wá rẹ̀ ṣẹ́gun, má jọba lọ Olúwa.
The Chancellor, I now call upon the Dean of Postgraduate School to present his candidates who have satisfied the requirement of the Senate and regulations of Adekunle Ajashin University, Akungba Akoko, and who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the higher degree of the university, the Dean PG School.
The Chancellor, sir, all the candidates for the award of higher degrees should please stand and remain standing. The Chancellor, in the name of the postgraduate school and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons whose names appear on pages 144 to 150 of this brochure and who have successfully completed their higher degree programs in this university. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the conferment of higher degrees. In particular, sir, I want to mention the following doctoral candidates. PhD Political Science, Adeyemi Oluyole Olanrewaju. PhD Guidance and Counseling, Arogunyo Amos Emiloju. PhD Educational Management, Ehiola Gabriel Babatunde. PhD English Studies, Akiwande Timothy Kolade. And PhD Linguistics, Agoye Taiwo. Thank you, sir.
I confer on you all and severally higher degrees of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba, Akoko. Congratulations.
The Chancellor, please permit me to invite the doctoral graduates to come and have a handshake with Mr. Visitor. The Chancellor, for the last time, permit me to request the higher degree graduates to have a handshake with the Chancellor. The Chancellor may now return to his official seat. The Chancellor, Adekunle Ajasin University in teaching students about enterprises program. We have a group who actually called the vision. Permit me, Chancellor, to invite students in free enterprise to give us presentation for just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes.
The positive power of business goes beyond the conventional line of making profit. It extends into affecting lives of others and making the world a better place.
Our concentration is on three major aspects of the economy. These are
Poverty, food, and education.
The environment is the first access to nature, as our environmental sustainability project has helped reduce the level of domestic waste in our community. We have also been able to create a better and a more sustainable livelihood for our target audience through the Reuse and Waste to Wealth project. My name is Olaiwa Jodo from the Department of Microbiology.
Food is the basic dose of every human survivor, but the improper and unhygienic processing of food in our community led our team in the execution of the project titled The Tree of Life. I am Shaba Oluwagbemsola from the Department of Guidance and Counseling.
Obafemi Awolowo once said that literacy in honest end is the surest and the most effective means of true education. Our financial literacy project has gracefully ensured true education in the life of our community. Standing before you is Temitope Mary from the Department of Geography and Planning Science.
So, the visitor, the Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, and all other protocols duly observed. Ladies and gents of all ages, you're welcome. Kindly sit back and relax as we take you through our creative world of business and how we successfully merge two giants of history,
academic and entrepreneurship.
Before we continue this presentation, permit me to introduce myself. I am Louis Adekola from the Department of Educational Management.
Recognizing abject poverty as a major challenge in our country, we commit ourselves in developing self-educational programs in accordance to self-judging criteria of creating our mission through self-actualization in the heart of Africa, starting from my immediate community.
We have then executed numerous projects with outstanding impacts, among which are
The Tree of Life.
Savings and investment equals economic security.
Captain Cole.
There are some projects that are still in progress. These projects include the one.T, Iru, Locust Bean, Save the Environment, and SOD, which stands for Stop Ozone Layer Depletion.
With our technical crew and Mr. Tope Famuti, who is our faculty advisor, we welcome you now to our first project.
In Akungba, one of the tiny Akoko Southwest local government of Ondo State, a great percentage of the indigenes find the means of livelihood through the production of palm oil. But there are great challenges militating against their productivity, some of which are
palm oil is being produced using manual methods, leading to low output as a result of fatigue.
Production is being done under a very disgusting and unhygienic condition, posing a great threat to the consumers.
Packaging in tins and genetic eggs are not only carcinogenic, there are absolutely nothing to write home about.
Ethical business practices and good customers relationship are completely nowhere to be found.
The scope of the production has been limited to local consumption, while the demands for palm oil internationally is increasing every day.
These specific needs led our team in the execution of the project titled The Tree of Life, after identifying the palm tree sustain the livelihood of our community indigenes. 1 year after this project execution,
we successfully trained the local indigenes of our target community on the importance of mechanization and the usage of its machines. Through our facilitator from Ikare, we encourage them to procure these machines at subsidized rates, even paying in 3 installments for easy acquisition.
Henry, can you please tell the audience the impact of the project?
Leg matching of palm fruit during the production process has reduced from 70% to 38%, while the usage of tins for marketing has also drastically reduced from 80% to 30%.
Unveiling our well-packaged brand and branded palm oil, it propelled them to improve on their packaging techniques. Exactly 1 month after this project execution, adoption of proper packaging has increased from 21% to 68%.
Before, an average production site produces 40 gallons of palm oil in a week. But now, through the use of mechanization, average production has increased to 280 gallons of palm oil in a week.
The introduction of our mechanization has increased their sales, as formerly their average sales was placed at 1,500, but after 21 days of our project execution, these has increased to 2,770, and their monthly sales has increased from 39,000 to an amazing 72,020 naira.
After only 5 weeks of its creation, this Zili Association of Palm Oil Producers and Marketers now has a membership strength of 94 who are seeking for the state government fund through the Bank of Industry at Akure under the umbrella Akure Palm Oil Producers.
This great level of impact goes beyond the numbers and the statistical details we can ever record. the level of psychological confidence and growth in these peasant farmers has rapidly increased, as this is evident in the life of these peasant farmers.
Now to our second project, savings and investment equals economic security.
Foul kangaroo rust, the hidden treasure of earth, but gold that's put to use, more gold beget. The words of the English poet and playwright William Shakespeare in 1587. Money is one form of power, but what is more powerful is financial education. Money comes and it goes, but when you have a knowledge of how money works, you gain power over it. And since then you can create wealth. These can only be actualized via financial literacy because the spending nature of most people has downplayed their savings culture.
And anonymous Scottish proverb once says that one is better unborn than untaught. What then can we say of a youth who has no mastery of his finances owing to his lack of financial education? After a thorough observation, we were able to find out that many Nigerian youths, ranging from senior secondary school students to students in higher institutions of learning, spend virtually all their total income. Undergraduates of AUA and even secondary school students in Akoko were not left out. These wasteful traditions spurred our team to swing into action by developing this project to curb this menace.
In order to ensure that our project aims are achieved, we empower these students with financial education. We partner with some of Nigeria's forming financial institutions, which are Greenwich Trust Limited, Its Trust and Asset Limited, IT Business School, and Spring Bank Nigeria PLC, where their representatives served as facilitators for our project. The execution of this project was immediately divided into 4 phases.
Through a one-on-one interview with the university undergraduates and secondary school students around us, we identified that this student has one form of business or the other, such as phone booths, okada riding, hairdressing and barbing salon, through which they make money, but they lack the necessary financial management skills and how to effectively channel it. When our well-structured savings and investment questionnaire was collected and analyzed, the data reveals that 35 of every 100 secondary school students saves and 15 invest, and 39 of every 100 undergraduates are investors in one form or the other.
Eminent ladies and gentlemen, a research team results reveals to us that even among undergraduates, only a few have a savings and investment culture. Can you believe these figures? This situation immediately charges us to divide ourselves into 4 interdependent crews. These are media personnel, publicity crew, program directors, and club coordinators.
Then the media personnel, consisting of 15 side members, immediately launched into action by preparing an article on savings and investments, which were published on the Nation's newspaper and the Guardian. These articles were also published on the campus news publication, the Echo newspaper.
Their duties didn't just end there at the publishing of the articles. They went further into broadcasting a weekly radio program titled By the Future on the campus radio station, Crystal FM. This program later became the most educative program on campus as it creatively met the demands of both staff and students on issues related to financial education.
After the public awareness of our publicity crew, on Thursday, the 28th January 2010, our program directors were up and doing when the financial summit was staged in a grand style, such that the whole university community and our target audience would never forget in a drink of dream. In attendance were university staff and students, small-scale business owners, secondary school students, graduates, and even corps members. Mr. Fidelis Okoli, Mr. Erica Jamburu, and Mr. Adeyemi Ajiboye made our target audience to see that even in the face of this global economic downturn, there are greater reasons why they must inculcate the habits of savings and investment.
In ensuring the sustainability of this project, our club coordinator immediately inaugurated a World Savings and Investment Club on the day of the financial summit, where 68% of the people in attendance registered as members. In continuation of our quest of ensuring financial literacy in the life of our target audience, the club coordinator trained the senior secondary school students on how to improve on their savings and investment culture, and the radio broadcast was used to sustain the knowledge of our colleagues here on campus.
4 months after the summit was staged in a ground style, we evaluated the levels at which our programs has affected the life of our target audience. Through the use of a new set of well-structured questionnaires and one-on-one interviews with them, we were able to gather the following data.
Among the senior secondary school students, savings has increased by 58.82% from the initial 35 that saves out of every 100 students to an amazing 85, while investment has increased by 72.72% from the initial 15 to 55. A percentage increase of 54.11% was also recorded from the positive response on our campus towards investment, as 85 out of every 100 students now find themselves in one form of investment, all the others against the initial 39.
Through our published article, we've been able to synthesize an average of 15 million people through the Nation newspaper and the Guardian, and 10,600 staffs and students within the university through the Echo newspaper and the radio broadcast.
Captain Cole.
The environment is a sum of all phenomena that influence man, or that are influenced by man. It is often referred to as the clothes of the heart, and once it is endangered, so is everything that exists in it, be it living and non-living. Recent history has shown that the activities of man pose a great threat on the environment, on land, sea, and in air. Most fundamental out of this tree is the land.
In Nigeria, the level of land will still persist at an increasing rate. in the Akoko region of Ondo State, comprising mainly of rural communities such as Oka, Shukpare, Ayegunle, Etioro, Akungba, and Ikare. The improper disposal of domestic waste such as broken ceramics, eggshells, sawdust, and ashes, which constitute the largest proportion of the domestic waste in these communities because most people in this environment use firewood and charcoal for cooking.
These burnt ashes stands as a great threat to these people as it causes gully erosion, soil nutrient deduction, retardation in the aesthetic values of the environment. These situations immediately charge us to launch out in developing a project titled Captain Coal.
Waste to Wealth.
The main concept of this project is to bring the major waste, which is the ash, with other domestic waste like broken ceramics and eggshells to produce a marketable product branded as a powerful cleaning agent.
The first production of Captain Coal began in April 2009, where its acceptability was confirmed when 95% of the total production was sold on the first day of marketing. We then took the unemployed youth of Akuba, Iwara and Shukpare as our target audience on how they have been taught on how to produce the scoring powder. Our research team gave us to this 5-phase strategy.
Our one-on-one interview with the local indigenes of this community reveals to us that the demand for this scoring powder has risen outrageously due to its effectiveness and affordability. But a direct observation still shows to us that art maintains its place as a major waste in this environment. This situation immediately charges us to launch out again in rescuing the environment from this menace.
We strategically distributed ourselves to various locations for the collection of these raw materials, ranging from ash, eggshell, broken ceramics, which were the major waste, to other materials needed to improve the quality of the products. These materials include soapy agents and fragrance.
These raw materials were then put to use in the production of our rebranded product, the powerful scoring powder. Since this project was created to convert waste in the environment to wealth, we easily identified another waste in our community, which was used in packaging the bigger side of this Captain Coal, containing 200 milligrams of the scoring powder. We also improved on the package we used the previous year, which was a sachet containing 50 milligrams of this powder. The innovation was that we used different cartons gotten from some pharmaceutical and professional stores initially regarded as waste.
According to Michael Tussle, doing business without adequate marketing is like winking at a lady in the dark. You know what you're doing, but no one else does.
Marketing is the process of identifying and satisfying customer requirements for consumer goods and services. We were able to win the heart of our customers through our dramatic display at different marketing, using our direct marketing strategy.
According to Tom Peters, the best way to really train people is with an experienced mentor who is on the job. For 2 years now, we've been into the production of Captain Coal. We then trained the financial disadvantaged individual how to produce a scoring powder. We also taught them the principles of business management and how to create a sustainable livelihood for their newly acquired business skills through innovative packaging to creative marketing.
Finally, to our new project,
the Wonder Tea. This is a project that arose in order to resuscitate agriculture due to its decline after the oil boom era. This is called the Wonder Tea because it serves culinary, medicinal, and therapeutic uses.
Iru, our locust bean project is based on the modification of the already existing Iru business being embarked upon by the local indigenes of our target communities. This is done through hygienic production, proper preservation, attractive packaging, and captivating marketing techniques.
Save the environment. It is a concept based on effective waste management through the application of the 3 R's of waste, which are reduction, reuse, and recycling.
SOD, an acronym for Stop Ozone Layer Depletion, entails the creation of an alternative fuel through the use of common air in order to reduce ozone layer depletion and its adverse effects on global warming.
With all this, we have been able to show to you that impossibility is just a big word thrown around by small men. Impossible is not a fact. To us, it is an opinion. We as science students believe that if you can change a man, you can change a family.
And if you can change a family, you can change a society.
When you change a society, you definitely can change a nation.
When you change the nation, then the whole world will be changed.
What exactly then does it cost you to put smiles on the faces of people today?
Your contribution will instigate the change we all are clamoring for.
Because changing the world is a collective mission. You and you do your part, we do ours. Together we'll make the world a better place.
We are change agents.
We can.
We must.
And together
we will change the world.
CGPA of 4.74. Vice Chancellor's prize cash of 50,000 to the overall best graduating student in 2008-2009 session for Adeyelu Tolulope Tosin, CGPA of 4.68. Professor Afolabi Ojo, cash prize of 4,000 to the best graduating student in constitutional law in 2007-2008 session for Akin Kurolere Esther Bimbo, CGPA of 4.05. Professor Abiola Ojo prize cash of 4,000 to the best graduating student in constitutional law in 2008-2009 session for Akinduro Roots Tolulope with CGPA of 4.12. Jacob T. Olotu prize cash of 10,000 to the best graduating student in business administration in 2007-2008 for Jayeola Olakunle with CGPA of 4.58. Jacob 2 Olotu prize cash of 10,000 to the best graduating student in business admin in 2008-2009 session for Adeshina Ola Christiana with CGPA of 4.30. Professor G.O. Abe prize cash of 5,000 to the best graduating student in Old Testament and Hebrew language in 2007-2008 session for religious studies Faleye Oyeyemi Olawale with CGPA of 4.44. Old Testament and Hebrew language for Adeboye Jeremiah Ola with CGPA of 3.33. Professor G. Abe prize cash of 5,000 each to the best graduate student in Old Testament and Hebrew language in 2008 and 2009 session religious studies Giwa Bidemi with CGPA of 3.45. Religious studies again Kayode Samuel Taiwo with CGPA of 3.45. Old Testament and Hebrew language Salau Sahid Sadiq with CGPA of 2.80. Professor S.O. Arifalo prize cash of 5,000 to the best single honors in History and International Studies Department for 2007-2008 session Adubuola Oluwashola Ibitayo. Professor S.O. Arifalo prize cash of 5,000 again to the best graduating student in History and International Studies Department for 2008 and 2009 session for Aje Wole Adebayo Adekunle. Department of Chemistry AAU prize cash of 2,000 to the best graduating student with CGPA of 4.00 in 2007-2008 for Bankole Owolabi Mutalib. Department of Chemistry AAU prize cash of 2,000 to the best graduating student in 2008 and 2009 session for Oloye Femi Francis with CGPA of 4.57. High Chief S.A. Oluwale Imu prize cash of 3,000 to the best graduating student in Accounting Department for 2007 and 2008 session Adeboye Egun Emmanuel with CGPA of 4.13. High Chief S.A. Oluwale Imu prize cash of 3,000 to the best graduating student in Accounting Department with not in 2008 and 2009 session for Akinola Omaleye Catherine. Professor E.O. Akinawo prize cash of 5,000 to the best graduating student in Pure and Applied Psychology in 2007 and 2008 session for Adetula Adeyemi with CGPA of 4.57. Professor E.O. Akinawo cash prize of 5,000 to the best graduating student in Pure and Applied Psychology in 2008 and 2009 for Kolade Janet Tolulope with CGPA of 4.40. Ondo State Governor's prize cash of 50,000 each in 2007 and 2008 session to the best graduating students in all faculties. The best graduating student in Faculty of Arts and Education, Ibikunle Abiodun Samuel, with CGPA of 4.58. The best graduating student in Faculty of Law, Akin Kurolere Esther Bimbo, with CGPA of 4.05. The best graduating student in Faculty of Social and Management Sciences, Jayeola Olakunle, with CGPA of 4.58. The best graduating student in Faculty of Science for Bankole Owolabi Mutalib, with CGPA of 4.74. Ondo State Governor's prize cash of 50,000 each in 2008 and 2009 session. The best graduating student in Faculty of Arts and Education, Adebayo Rasak Abolaji, with CGPA of 4.42. The best graduating student in Faculty of Law for Adegalu Folusho Oluwadare, with CGPA of 4.19. The best graduating student in Faculty of Social and Management Sciences for Kolade Janet Tolulope, with CGPA of 4.40. The best graduating student in Faculty of Science for Adeyelu Tolulope Tosi, with CGPA of 4.68. Dr. Olusegun Agagu Prize cash of 100,000 to the best graduating student in Geology in 207 and 208 session for Bisiriyu Akim, with CGPA of 4.04. Dr. Olusegun Agagu Prize cash of 100,000 to the best graduating students in Geology in 208 and 209 session for Adeyeye Oluwafemi Adewole, with CGPA of 4.36. Dr. Olusegun Agagu Prize cash of 50,000 to the best graduating students in each of the Geology undergraduate classes 200 and 300 levels for 207 and 208 session. 200 level Nweke Moses with CGPA of 4.46. 300 level Adeyeye Oluwafemi Adewole with CGPA of 4.36. Dr. Olusegun Agagu cash prize of 50,000 to the best graduating students in each of the Geology undergraduate classes in 200 and 300 levels for 208 and 209 session. 200 level Adigun Femi Ebenezer with CGPA of 3.71. 300 level Nweke Moses with CGPA of 4.46. Faculty of Arts and Education cash prize of 5,000 to the best graduating student in the faculty for 207-208 session, Ibikunle Abiodun Samuel with CGPA of 4.48. Faculty of Arts and Education cash prize of 5,000 to the best graduating student in the faculty in 208 and 209 session for Adebayo Razak Abolaji with CGPA of 4.42. Faculty of Social and Management Sciences prize cash of 5,000 to the best graduating student in the faculty in 207 and 208 session for Jayola Olakunle with CGPA of 4.58. Faculty of Social and Management Sciences prize cash of 5,000 to the best graduates in the faculty in 208 and 209 session for Kolade Janet Tolulope with CGPA of 4.40. Professor Aaua Borofe's prize cash of 100,000 to the overall best female first class graduating students in science in 208 and 209 session for Iyare Rachel Nkemi with a CGPA of 4.51. I doubt if she's around. Okay. A round of applause for the female first class student of Adekunle Ajashi at 21st Century University, so properly called.
Chancellor, I'd like to announce to all those who have won prizes that they should please liaise with the academic office of the university for their prizes. Thank you. The Chancellor, permit me to invite the overall best graduating students, Mr. Owolabi Mutalib Bankole, with a cumulative grade point average of 4.74 to present his valedictory speech on behalf of all the graduating students. Mr. Bankole.
A valedictory speech delivered by Bankole Owolabi Mutalib on the occasion of the third convocation ceremonies of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, held on Friday, March 11th, 2011. Sorry. Protocols. Your Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State, and the visitor to Adekunle Ajasin University, Dr. Olusegun Abayomi Mimiko. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Alhaji Ali Olanusi. The Honorable Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, members of the State Executive Council and the members of the Ondo State House of Assembly present. The Chancellor, Adekunle Ajasin University, His Royal Majesty Oba Gbadebo Bajowa the Rebuja, and the paramount ruler of Oshoro Land, Okitipupa. The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Barrister Chief Dan Inwayao. Members of the University Governing Council, Principal Officers of the University, members of Senate, our congregation of Adekunle Ajasin University, our Royal Highnesses present, distinguished graduates, parents, and invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, great AAUIs. I am highly honored and delighted to stand before this large crowd to deliver today's valedictory speech on behalf of my fellow graduates on this unique occasion of the third convocation ceremony of this great university. It is my great pleasure to welcome my fellow graduates to this occasion and also our distinguished guests of honor. Today is a fulfilling day for our proud parents and guardians for witnessing a remarkable day in the lives of their children and wards. After 4 or 5 years of hard work and perseverance, now it is time to harvest the fruit of what you have labored for. May the joy of today remain forever with you. Amen. To my fellow graduates, I am sure we all appreciate the fact that many of our colleagues with whom we started this journey are not yet to witness this day for various reasons. Some were unable to complete their program because of inability to cope academically or inability to sustain themselves in school, while some have been expelled for gross misconduct. Also, in the course of our academic sojourn here, some of our dear colleagues and members of staff have passed on to the great beyond. At this point, may I request all of us alive today to observe a minute of silence for those fallen heroes. May God grant their families the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss, and may the soul of the departed rest in perfect peace. Amen. It should be noted that Adekunle Ajasin University diplomas, certificates, or degrees are awarded to those of us that have been found worthy in character and learning. This is why I specially charge you to be worthy ambassadors of this university and do not allow the wind of corruption to sweep away the moral value which Adekunle Ajasin University has implanted in you, as all eyes will be on us from now henceforth. Adekunle Ajasin University as of today has now become a place of pride for all prospective and current students in terms of academic standard due to the quality of staff in our various departments. No wonder the university received 100% full accreditation status for all our programs by the accreditation team of Nigeria University. All these are due to the commitment of the management on board, ably led by Professor N. Oluwafemi Mimiko, to build a 21st century university properly called. The recent aggressive infrastructural development on this campus, uninterrupted academic calendar, state-of-the-art facilities in our library and laboratories, transformation of our lecture theaters into ultra-modern type with adequate facility, student welfare scheme, adequate security of lives and properties for both staff and students are all testimonies to this. I would like to use this medium to appeal to our amiable Vice Chancellor to encourage brain drain by ensuring that all first-class graduates and other best students in various departments are given automatic employment so that they can add values to the system. All the aforementioned laudable achievements we're seeing today on our campus would have been a dream without prompts and adequate funding from the Governor of Ondo State and a visitor to the university, His Excellency Dr. Olusegun Mimiko. We thank him for this and pray that God continue to strengthen him. May he find grace and wisdom to never go astray. Amen. I would like to use this occasion to appeal to the humble mind of our governor to continue with his good work and not to rest on his laurels. Also, I would like to appeal to him on behalf of entire science students to expedite actions toward the completion of the abandoned Faculty of Science complex so as to give room for research and development. Your Excellencies, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Fellow graduates, we are prepared to move on and to take on whatever challenges come next in our lives. We have had a high degree of academic excellence, and whether you intend to continue your education or not, you will surely benefit from what you have learned here. Now, what can we be inspired by today? Personally, I am inspired by my former classmates, lecturers, and staff of chemistry departments of this university. When you live here today, celebrate what you have accomplished, but look forward on how you too can become a source of inspiration to others. As I look over the many faces I behold today, perceptions of individuals are washed away. I no longer see people as they were. I see them as what they will be in future. So rather than a young boy or girl running from one lecture room to another, I see the next political leaders, bankers, business leaders, celebrities, great lecturers making revolutionary discovery, and that all of these graduates will contribute to the fabric of the future in one way or the other. We have learned, loved, laughed, got into troubles, and most of all matured together during our stay in this university. Now we are going to meet new people, make new friends, and learn new things. We grow older, more responsible, and independent. We are very much grateful to our parents for being supportive, loving, caring throughout our studentship on this campus. We equally appreciate our lecturers, technical and administrative staff, security personnel, and the entire management of the university for their guidance and understanding during our sojourn on this campus. Permit me to use this medium to appreciate the effort of the chairman, Convocation Committee, Professor Oluyemisi Adebowale, and the entire members of the committee for planning a very successful convocation ceremony in the history of Adekunle Ajasin University. Fellow graduates, Climb as high as you can, and when you climb no higher, stand on the shoulders of your friends, and they will lift you up to your highest points. Remember, we are all in this struggle together, and always remember AAUA as your alma mater. Ensure that you register as an alumnus today and think of what you can contribute for the development of the university. No matter where life may take us, I will always remember and never ever forget any one of you and the times we have had together. Thank you all.
I now call upon the visitor to address the assembly. The visitor, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. The Chancellor, His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Gbadebo Bajowa, the Rebuja and paramount ruler of Oshoro land. The Pro-Chancellor, Barrister Jevdan Nwayanwu MNI, the Otun Atundushe of Ondo Kingdom, the Vice Chancellor, distinguished council members, Chairman of Board and Parastatals, Chairman of Local Government, Our Royal Highnesses, invited guests, distinguished graduates, I join one of you, the erudite Bankole Owolabi Mutolib, to also say that I see before me today not graduates, but the future that is ahead of you. I see future leaders in this hall. Gentlemen of the press, great students of Adekunle Ajasin University, ladies and gentlemen, I feel elated to be in your midst on this occasion of the third convocation ceremony of Adekunle Ajasin University at Akungba. This event is unique because it marks the official passing out of graduates who have successfully completed their respective programs of study. The commitment to providing qualitative education by the present administration in Ondo State cannot be overemphasized, as it is poised to return the state to its enviable position in education. The dream of this administration is to ensure that products from our primary schools, secondary schools, and tertiary institutions receive qualitative education that will make them compete favorably with their counterparts from Nigeria and abroad. You will agree with me that there was a time when enrollment in public schools was the vogue. Then private schools were virtually non-existent. With the establishment of the Quality Education Assurance Agency by the state government, the falling standard in our public schools will soon be a thing of the past. The building of mega schools in major towns in Ondo State will complement our effort at revitalizing our public schools. At our public tertiary institutions, it is expected that the various governing councils and management will key into the vision of the present administration, so that our objective of having standard institutions can be realized. The state government has given support to the university administration in terms of the welfare of staff. in the first quarter of year 2010, fund was promptly released to the university to commence payment of the new salary package in line with the federal government's agreement with the university unions. The state government is a reference point among other state universities on this issue. I therefore urge all members of staff to continue to provide the enabling environment for government to continue to provide needed support. On physical development, the present administration has given the Governing Council total support in its quest to fast-track development of the university. The various structures put in place and those on the pipeline are the testimonies of our commitment to infrastructural development in this university. I use this medium to appeal to students to cooperate with the university authorities so that your academic programs would be completed as planned. No unnecessary allotas. On our part, we will not rest on our oars, but continue to provide a conducive environment for learning. As a demonstration of our resolve in this regard, I hasten to add that the two faculty building projects, which obviously were hurriedly packaged in October 2008 and abandoned midway before this administration got into office, shall be revived in the next few months with a view to getting them delivered as quickly as possible. This is not just about our commitment to education, but also our fidelity to the commitment made that no project which this administration met on ground shall be abandoned. As soon as we complete the sorting out of all outstanding issues on these buildings, and I'm sure this will be completed in the next few months, work will resume on the sites. I congratulate all of you graduates on your achievement. I understand that the university has a policy in place that enables it to retain the best among its graduates so that they could add value to the university and have opportunity to pursue higher degrees under the sponsorship of the university. I am, and this government is in full support of this laudable initiative. Let me perhaps at this juncture inform you that a special postgraduate scholarship scheme is being put together for the high flyers by this state government. This will be unveiled very soon, and I'm sure quite a number of you from this state will key into it. Our goal is to ensure that the best of us get the best of education available in the world for the generation coming behind us. Meanwhile, all Ondo State indigents with first-class degree should know that they qualify for automatic employment in the Ondo State public service. Let me once again commend the University Council for its proactive efforts and commitment to duty. I'm sure that the efforts are yielding positive results for all to see. Honorable Chancellor, please grant me the indulgence of seizing this opportunity to make one more pronouncement, and I will be done. I intend to institute 2 prizes for some outstanding students of this university. The first is personal, while the second is official. I know the eligibility criteria for instituting prizes are tight and well laid out in any university. But let me place before the Senate of this university for its kind consideration the institutionalization of these prizes to be awarded from the next convocation. I was privileged to be fathered by a man who virtually self-educated himself and then went on to commit everything that he had into the education of his children. Just yesterday, his baby, that tiny little lot, that tiny little thought, whom he doted on at an advanced age, graduated with a law degree from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. In honor of my late father, and on behalf of all his children, I hereby institute the Atiku Bamidele Mimiko Memorial Prize for the best graduating student in political science. The degree program that I am told offers courses on contemporary international politics, international relations, which was undoubtedly my late father's passion while he was alive. In the days ahead, enough seed money to enable the winner of this prize every year to take home an amount not less than 100,000 naira shall be made available to the university by the children of late A.B. Mimiko. The second prize is to a man who himself was an entrepreneur, was not an entrepreneur in the exact sense of being a business creator. He was of that noble profession, teaching. And he wasn't just an outstanding teacher and school administrator, but also a success in politics and governance, something that he chose as a vocation. His vision was clear enough, not only on the need for this university to start when it did some 12 years ago, but more importantly, on the basic orientation with which it had to operate. The university's mission statement says it all. That it is a university that moves manpower development in the direction of self-apprenticeship. That this appreciation of the centrality of entrepreneurship was already abroad in the mind and consciousness of the founding fathers. For them to approve its place in the university's vision statement more than a decade ago is a testimonial to correct thinking that in itself constitutes the very basis of entrepreneurship. And perhaps allow me also to congratulate this university for the very beautiful presentation on entrepreneurship that we heard here today. And as I listen to those bright young students, I said that is what education is all about. We talk about partnership, town partnership. A university that does not impart its immediate environment is not worth of its name. After all, at the end of it all, your certificate is meant to get you engaged in processes, mechanisms, and businesses that will impact positively on your own lives and the lives of your community. So once again, let me congratulate you on your entrepreneurship program. It is in this regard, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that I, on behalf of the Ondo State government, institute a prize that shall at every convocation be awarded to the overall best graduating student in entrepreneurship in the university. The prize shall therefore be called and known as the Governor Adebayo Adefarati Memorial Prize for the best graduating student in entrepreneurship. It shall attract an amount not less than 100,000 naira every year. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I thank each and every one of you for being part of history that is being made today. Thank you. God bless you all.